You have found Linux installation tutorial step by step. If you have an old laptop or a computer that you can't or don't want to upgrade to Windows 11 for some reason, you can try to use a very versatile system that should feel familiar for everyone who's been using a Windows. You're gonna need a pendrive to create an installation disk, at least 8 GB of memory. All data from this pendrive will be erased. To create an installation disk, we're gonna use a tool called Ventoy. A link for this page you can find in the description below. Just click Downloads, click on Ventoy Windows Zip and click Download latest version. Then you have to choose a distribution of a Linux. My proposition is a Linux Mint. If you click Download, you may find 3 flavors: Cinnamon, XFCE and Mate Edition. I'm gonna use XFCE because this one is the lightest and the simplest to use. Click Download, scroll down and choose the source closest to you. Let's say Harvard School of Engineering. So in the end you should have 2 files, Ventoy, Windows Zip and Linux Mint ISO. This is the image of the installation disk and the Ventoy has to be unpacked. Let's just do that. And after extraction you should have a separate folder. Inside this folder you need to run a file called Ventoy to disk. Let's run it. In the top line you can choose the pendrive you're gonna use as a installation medium. All data will be erased and then click install. The device will be formatted. Yes. All data will be lost. Yes. Wait 2 minutes. Congratulations. Ventoy is ready to use. Okay, now let's close this window. Let's go back to download folder. So on the left side I have a download folder and on the right side I'm gonna choose the Ventoy. It looks empty and all I have to do is to copy the installation image onto the Ventoy pendrive. It will take a moment. Okay, it seems to be ready, so now we need to take it out safely. So I'm gonna use the right button on my mouse and click on eject. Try again. Yes, now it can be safely plugged out. The installation pendrive is ready. You have to plug it into your computer and now it's time for the hardest part of the installation. You have to get into your BIOS UEFI system on your computer, and the way to do this depends on the brand. For Dell computers usually it's the F2 key. For Lenovo it's F1. For Asus it's F2 or delayed, so you have to find out in your documentation. I have an old Hewlett-Packard device and in my computer it looks like this. A window where I can select the boot device, and I want to start from the pen drive, not from the hard disk. You may have made another decision. Do you want to use the UEFI system or you want to avoid it and use your computer in so-called legacy mode? UEFI is required for digital rights management, DRM. If you want to avoid it, you can choose legacy boot sources, but it all depends on your BIOS settings. In any case, I can start installation using this option or here, the last one. I presume that in most of cases people will leave UEFI enabled, so let's go here. Press enter, boot in normal mode and enter. Wait a moment. If everything goes right, you're gonna see your installation environment. It's a live version of a Linux system we're gonna install. So you can access many interesting tools, but we are not here to test it. We are here to make a full installation. So double click install Linux Mint icon and you're gonna see an installation window where you can choose the language for your platform. English is marked as a default option, so you can click continue. Then you can choose your keyboard layout. I'm gonna click continue as a standard English US. This is quite important option. Click install multimedia codecs. Click continue. And now I'm gonna use the option erase disk, remove all data from the hard drive. Keep it in mind, everything on your hard drive will be erased. So everything gonna go. Continue. The entire disk will be used. I'm gonna click install now. The last chance to make your mind. I'm gonna click continue. Where are you? You can pick the location to determine your time zone and click continue. Now you need to type a name and you have to create a password and type it twice. Password is like a lock to your door, so you need a good password. And you're gonna use it all the time. It's not a Windows, it's a Linux. It's a safe system. You have to have good doors. This system is like a vault, like treasury. It has to be locked down very well. So create a good password. Type it twice and click continue. And now just wait a few minutes. Installation has finished. Do we want to continue testing? No. Restart now. Remove the pendrive. Vento pendrive is out, so press enter. It seems that everything went fine on my side. Type the password. Enter, and we are in. Welcome to Linux Mint. Let's close this window. This shield on the right bottom corner, we have a shield with an orange dot, which means that Update Manager wants to download some updates. Okay, apply the update. Password. Just used to it. And install all updates. Authenticate and wait for a few minutes. If you are curious, you can click details and you can see everything that is downloaded. You can watch all the details about installation process. Okay, the system is up to date. Let's close this window. My computer has a wired connection. If you want to use a Wi-Fi, here is an icon and here you can find Wi-Fi networks that are in your range and you can try to connect by typing the password. So, as it often is the case, you can find it on the right bottom corner. And on the left side we have very traditional menu. If you are lucky, everything should work. I'm gonna go into the system and choose Driver Manager. It happens that I have an old GeForce on board. Every NVIDIA card should work out of the box with open source driver, but to be honest, this one barely works. If you want to use the full potential of your GeForce, you have to choose a closed source driver from NVIDIA and click Apply Changes and type your password. And wait for a few minutes. New drivers for the graphic card are in place, so it's time to reboot. Click Restart. So again, type your password. That's the way. Let's close the welcome page and your system should be ready for the rumble. I'm gonna close it now because the last part I wanna record in a better resolution. Shutdown. Okay, so this is Linux Mint, your new environment. The background is quite dark. Let's use the right mouse button, click on it once, choose desktop settings, and I'm gonna use something more green. Now let's go to the menu. I'm gonna choose settings, scroll down, mouse and touchpad. I want to slow down the acceleration and I want to use a different cursor. I want this piece to be visible. Okay, close. So in the menu you can find that everything is sorted out by category: accessories, calculator, document viewer. If you want to see PDF documents, everything should work out of the box. A simple program to see your pictures, program for the scanner, Firefox internet browser, email client Thunderbird. In multimedia we have media player for video files, something for the music. In the office we have LibreOffice suite, so you can open and write and read all typical typical formats of documents. If you create something, you can save it. Look here, ODF spreadsheet, open document spreadsheet, but you can save it as a traditional Microsoft Excel from 2007, as an old Excel from 97, or as the newest version Excel from the Office 365. So the same applies to the LibreOffice Writer. You can open, read and write documents and save them in a format of open document, of Word 365 from Microsoft, Word 2007 and Word 97. So if you have some old documents, there should be no problem reading, writing, saving everything you have. In Firefox, very traditional web browser, skip this step, skip another, and skip this one too. I suspect that you know how to use it. If you want something else, Google Chrome, download, and if you want to download something from the internet and install on your new Linux Mint, you need to see the last three letters Deb for Debian and Ubuntu. This is the version you are interested in, so accept, wait for the download, open the folder. Let's click on it. Here we have a window of a package manager from Linux Mint, and if you trust this package, you can click install, type your password, and wait a moment. You can observe exactly what is going on. Installation successful. So now, in the menu in the internet list, you should see Google Chrome. And now we have another window. Do you want this to be your default browser? No and no, okay. And we have traditional window where you can sign in if you want to. Don't. No thanks. And Google Chrome ready to use. So, out of the box, Firefox, if you want Google Chrome, you need to download it. And if you want to install something on your system, go to the menu, and the first thing you should see is the list of your favorite apps, default list of your favorite apps. And here you can find Software Manager. It needs a few moments to update. Now we have a beautiful window. Everything is sorted out by category. But if you know the name of your application, let's say Chromium, just click on it, click install, type your password, like so, and wait a moment. Now it's ready, so if I click the menu, go to internet, there is another web browser, Chromium, that looks like Google Chrome, but the difference is that inside this browser there is no Google agents. It's clean. This one does not collect data about you. So that's all about installation process. If you want to know more about Linux Mint, I'm gonna prepare another movie, First Steps. But for now, that's all. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, you know what to do. And if you have some questions, some ideas, just leave a comment. In any case, remember to come back because I'm gonna work on next chapters. So see you next time and have fun with open source.